Hey everybody, obviously it's me again. I'm just stepping in midweek to talk about a couple of things that I haven't talked about in my end of week videos. I think mostly because I don't remember or whatever, but one of the things I want to talk about was I'm struggling a little bit this week, and honestly I've been struggling with it since the beginning of the P90x program. I just haven't really voiced it, and that is that I get a little down on myself during exercises, and the reason is, for example, yoga we had on Monday. What I'm struggling with is there's some movements I simply cannot do in yoga because I have a big stomach, and it makes me feel really bad. Like I feel really almost to the point of where I want to cry about it, because I remember that I used to be able to, like, they have one move where you lay on your back and you put your legs behind your head and you touch your feet to the floor. And I used to be able to do that with the greatest of ease. And I can't do that now because my big stomach is in the way and I can't breathe. There's another move where you reach down to grab onto your toes or your feet, and I can grab my feet, that's not a problem, but I have to kind of tuck my stomach in underneath me in order to reach my feet, and then I'm really uncomfortable. It's really hard for me to breathe, and so I realize, I know that eventually that will go away, but this is where I am right now. It's something that really bothers me. I get really frustrated. I feel really bad, and it doesn't help that I have two people doing yoga with me who are both, have very minimal body fat. And so some of these moves that I'm flexible enough to do but can't because of my stomach, and they can, and it's just hard. It's just hard. The other thing I was going to talk about is actually something good. I remember back years ago, I was going to say a few years ago, but then realized, oh my gosh, it wasn't that few ago. Sometimes I forget how much time has flown and what year this really is. But anyway, a while ago, back in 2005, I had, for the first time, and I thought the last time, I didn't realize that I'm doing it again now, but I had, instead of taking my weight, I've been taking my body measurements. So I wanted to look at the very beginning of those body measurements, and then I think the very last one I took was in June of that same year. And lo and behold, come to find out that I am not too far away from the heaviest body measurement that I recorded back in 2005. And see, I don't know if I really talked about this a lot, but I have it stuck in my head. Right before I was pregnant, I really was at the thinnest I'd been in several years. But I have it stuck in my head that I was always that size, that I was continuously that size. And so I forget that, I was, a bit heavier sometimes and a bit thinner sometimes, and I wasn't that thin the whole entire last 10 or so years that I fluctuated. And so anyway, I was going to show you those measurements and show you the little, my husband drew a little figure. And so anyway, it was really encouraging to me, because granted, I want to be at the thinner point of the 6 months later when I did the measurements again. I want to be there, but I am not so far away from the point of my, my highest uncomfortable weight, which still I was able to wear normal clothes, regular clothes. And that brings me to another thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but in all of my videos, I have like a lace, lace here. I have approximately 15 to 20 lace tank tops from Old Navy in probably every single shade that they came out with last summer, and that's all I wear. Literally all I wear. Like, I'm really impressed with Lori Pretty Simple and Evil Woman and Wanda, that you guys, like, you wear normal clothes, you dress up in normal clothes, you look really nice, and I am just not able to do that. I don't feel like I look good in anything, and so I have 3 tennis skirts that I bought at Costco a while ago, And I wear those same 3 tennis skirts and a different Old Navy lace tank top all the time. It's not a fluke that every time I take a video, that's all I'm wearing. I don't fix myself up at all. I don't feel like I look good. So I have a closet full of clothes that I never put on. I've bought a couple things here and there, you know, at this weight when I'm heavier, and then I don't put them on because I don't feel like I look good. So, you know, I have 3 things I'm looking forward to when I actually, you know, there's 3 goals I have that are non-weight goals, I guess. One goal is I cannot wait for the day when I can walk and my legs don't rub together. I never had that problem ever, even when I was heavier, until I got pregnant. And I really hate it. I really, really, really hate it. And I cannot wait until the day when my legs are small enough that they don't rub together and I just can walk around comfortable and not think about it. The second thing I'm looking forward to is feeling comfortable enough to put on normal clothes and to get dressed up again. I love big dangly earrings. I actually do like to fix my hair, and I used to love to wear like platforms and high heels, and I don't wear any of that stuff ever. Ever, 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 ever. It's just pure tank top and tennis skirts. So that's the second thing I'm looking forward to. And I think I had a third thing, but I don't remember what it is. So anyway, let me show you the book. Okay, everybody, so this was the diary. I've kept a diary for years and years and years, and this was the one in where I actually did measurements instead of doing my weight. And I thought it was interesting that, you know, not right now, but when I first started P90X, my arms were at 15 inches, and in here my arms are at 12, so obviously I have a ways to go for that to get back to normal. My chest here was 39, and my chest when I first started P90X was 42.5. And as you all know, I've already done measurements for that, so I think I'm actually almost back to this. My waist here was at 32.5, and when I first started P90X, my waist, let's see, is at 40. So obviously that's a big difference and a big problem area that I have. My hips were 42.5, and when I took my measurements for the first day of P90X, I was at 45.5, so I don't feel like I'm that far away from that. My legs are at 25, and when I first took measurements for P90X, they were at 28. So anyway, I just thought it was really interesting to see that I'm not hugely away from this. I mean, obviously there's inches there, but I know that I've lost quite a few inches, as to this point. So my point is that it's possible that I can get to most of this before my trip, other than probably the waist. So anyway, let me show you the other. So this was the final weight that I took. This is approximately where I was at before. I maintained this is my point until, I think I actually got even a little thinner than this until I got pregnant, which was a couple years ago. So I love this because look at that. My waist was 29, which I would like it to be 28, 27, but still pretty good. And my arms were at 11. My legs were at 23.25. My chest was 36. My hips were 39. So anyway, it just makes me feel hopeful. This does work. This isn't going to work. I mean, I wasn't on the P90X program when I did this either, and I think I've already lost oodles more inches than what I did when I actually did this. I just was mostly doing eating and running. So anyway, everybody, that's just kind of some thoughts I've had this week and things that have been going through my head and things that I've been feeling. And like I suspected, recovery week is hard. We had a new DVD yesterday called Course Energetics, and frickin' hard, unbelievably hard. But I know it'll just get better. It's just, when you're heavy, I can understand maybe why they say not to do this if you don't meet the fit test or whatever, because they're trying to get people who are thinner, I think, to do it, because when you're heavier, there's some things you just can't do because you're heavier, your stomach's in the way or whatever, so it's a little discouraging. I know that I'm a lot stronger and a lot thinner, and only, you know, this is the 4th week. I'm so much healthier than I was at the very beginning, and that means everything. So anyway, you guys have a good rest of the week. I look forward to seeing your videos. Thank you for subscribing and commenting. I love following your journey and your progress. I am cheering you all on. Set your mind to it and do it. That's it. That's just what's happening this summer. So I will talk to you guys later. Peace out. Chi chi chi.